They need a cure in Las Vegas. That's some high-level segue by me. The Maxx Crosby situation continues to linger, and Michael Silver of The Athletic took a fairly deep dive into the situation. There's a lot of stuff we've already known. It's a lot of confirmation of things like the Raiders want 2 first-round picks and a player. It's funny how everyone else is reporting that now. When we say it last week, it's crickets. Now everyone's just taking it as if it's true, and I think I figured that out.
I'm kind of sick of that with our show. I feel like people watch our show in the morning. We're the first thing on, and people steal our crap and never give us credit. It's unbelievable. It's I think at an all-time high right now.
And between this and the website, like, we report something, and it's like, wait a week and just act like it's true.
Yeah.
And you just don't have to, you never have to, which is the strange, and I don't want to go down this path, but I will. We are more committed than any other publication to crediting the original report and the reporter. Most of them won't even mention the name of the reporter. Hell, there was an item on CBSSports.com recently about the whole Terry McAuley called Walt Anderson thing that we reported, that I reported.
Yeah.
It was credited as NBC Sports reported. It was reported at the website ProFootballTalk.com that I 100% own and operate by me, and it was credited to NBC Sports. It's just amazing the lengths to which people go to just avoid doing the right thing, and we've been doing the right thing in that regard for 25 years now as of November 1. All right, so Maxx Crosby and Mike Silver of The Athletic reported on this whole Maxx Crosby situation.
Yeah.
The thing that caught my eye, and they made it into a graphic, because sometimes the best stuff gets buried at the bottom of the story. Somebody at The Athletic realized, hey, man, the good shit's at the bottom. Let's make this into a social media graphic, and let's put this on Twitter. And the relevant part of the report is that Maxx Crosby, among other players and staff members, are frustrated by the presence of Tom Brady's TB12 Svengali, Alex Guerrero. That he's basically Brady's eyes and ears in the operation. Like many players and coaches, Crosby was frustrated by Guerrero's presence. A staunch Brady ally whose official title is wellness coordinator, Guerrero, who regularly attends practices and meetings, purports to possess significant organizational power, informing players of impending transactions and even indicating to staff members who don't follow his instructions that their jobs may be at risk. So, not that that's the thing that pushed Crosby over the top. I think the thing that pushed him over the top was shutting him down at the end of the last season. But now that it's kind of venting mode, it sounds like there are people there that are like, come on, man. Like, we don't need Tom Brady's mole, like, just kind of sniffing around and paying attention. And that's a negative vibe in any organization. You never want that. You never want, the Smithers to Mr. Burns. You never want that person around who that person is only there to report back to someone.
Yeah, sometimes the guy with no real defined role, and you're like, what exactly is he doing? And he's getting involved in too many areas of when I'm here at work. You become an annoying guy. You become the annoying guy. It certainly feels like, I think like two things I'm just waiting to happen here as we get close to free agency and where we are. Is like Maxx Crosby getting traded, going to happen, and Malik Willis going to the Arizona Cardinals. I just feel like those are two things that are like big offseason stories that I'll be shocked if they don't happen. Now, where does that go? The first thing off of this and the report and everything that Michael Silver said, who I have great respect for Michael Silver. I know he knows people. So there's that. And then I feel like with a report like this, and it's a little negative and whatever else, like Maxx Crosby is the type of guy that's going to shoot it down right away if it's not true. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Like when I was thinking about this and saw this last night, I'd go, Maxx Crosby is the type of personality we know. He's got a podcast. He would come out and go, that's not true right away. I think he'd try to crap on everybody that tried to report it if he felt like it was egregiously wrong. But that hasn't happened. Nor, to your point of, has he shot down what Jay Glazer said and, leading at the Super Bowl and the weeks leading up to that. So, yeah, where there's smoke, there's fire. And a guy like Maxx Crosby, I feel like, would shoot his shot if you felt like he was being done wrong publicly there. So that's a little odd for sure. And I think that's my first thought, with the whole situation.
And you're absolutely right. And Silver addressed that point, that Crosby doesn't want to alienate the Raiders fans. He doesn't want to be the bad guy here. It would be very easy for him to say this is all false, right? And Glazer was on Fox's pregame show late in the regular season sharing details of a conversation with Crosby. So he's spoken to Crosby, and Glazer that day went right up to the line of saying Crosby's going to want out. He raises a question, like, who knows what he's going to want? And then Glazer does the media tour at the Super Bowl and says Crosby is done with the Raiders. Because I see, but what does Jay Glazer know? Jay Glazer talks to the guy, for crying out loud. And silence is what came. And I went to someone who would know whether or not what Glazer said was misinformed, and the response was, draw your own conclusions. So, of course he wants out. Now, the question is, are they going to take the best offer they can get if they don't get 2 ones and a player? Or are they going to do something stupid like say, we're not trading you, you play here or you play for no one, or we'll trade you at the deadline. They don't have to trade him now. Khalil Mack didn't get traded to the Bears until, he held out of all of training camp. I mean, the Raiders could do something that will provoke Crosby, that will force him to do the thing he doesn't want to do, force him to be the bad guy, force him to stay away from football activities, and ultimately force him to stand up and say, I've had enough, guys. I tried to do this the easy way. I'm done. I'm going to tell the world. I'm not going to do it behind the scenes. I'm not going to do it the right way that I thought I should do it. I'm just going to stand up and say, get me the hell out of here. And I hope it doesn't come to that. For everything he's meant to that organization, I hope that they just do the best deal that they can and move on.
Yeah, I would be shocked if it didn't happen sooner rather than later. One, it's a little bit of a distraction to your football team and not the best look right now. 2, John Spytek, the GM here, I would think wants these draft picks for this year. It wasn't a good year 1. He had to fire his head coach. You have another year where it looks like crap and the team looks like crap. Then all of a sudden you go, man, I hope I'm not fired after 2 years or on the hot seat in a big way in year 3. It's one of those. So I would think he wants those pieces to play with there as far as the draft assets and everything there. So that's where I expect something to happen sooner rather than later. And then, with a guy like Alex Guerrero and a guy like Maxx Crosby, who you've explained, and you said it earlier this week, he's at the facility at 5 in the morning or 4:30 working out. He's obsessed. He knows what he wants and what's good for him and what makes it tick and go for him as a player. So he doesn't want to hear from a guy like Alex Guerrero always trying to get it. He's already got a team of guys around him and people that he trusts to lead him down the right road as far as training and diet and all that. So that's where, the older veteran player who's a smart guy and obsessed with training and everything there, he's like, wait, I know you're Alex Guerrero and you're with Brady and I respect that, but I'm good over here. I don't need you all the time telling me, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. He probably wants to be like, hey, dude, I'm paying a guy that's every bit as good as you or better. That's like $1 million a year or something like that. Shut up. There's probably that a little going on. I would not be surprised. But yeah, I think no doubt they get 2 ones. If Sauce Gardner gets 2 ones and a player, Maxx Crosby's getting 2 ones and a player. That I can tell you that. And it might be more than that when it's all said and done because the contract is, quite good for the team who gets him as well.
He's going to want a new contract, Chris.
Yeah,
There's no way
definitely.
he's
You
walking
think so?
through the door with that contract that's more than $10 million behind Micah Parsons. There's no way.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons for the delay.
Do you know? Okay, yeah.
You got to work out a contract with him on the way through the door.
Or you feel that, you know that. Give me your interest. Because I would have been one to sit here, and I don't know any inside info on this particular part of the subject here, but I would tell you that I would have thought Maxx Crosby right now would just be like, get me out of here. I just want to get out. I'm being paid awesomely. I'm one of the highest paid guys in the sport that's not a quarterback. I just want to get out first. So that's where I'm surprised to hear you say that he definitely wants a new contract.
I'm not saying he definitely does. I'm saying common sense suggests that he will. And he got passed by 3 different guys last year, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, and then Micah Parsons. And there's a more than $10 million gap between Parsons and him. I think the best way to play this is just like Nick Caserio did 4 years ago. You pre-qualify 3 or 4 teams, and then you say to Maxx Crosby, we're fine with any of these trade packages. Max, you pick your next team, and then, gentlemen, start your engines. put the money on the table, and let's see who's going to give him the best offer. I would be stunned, and I think it would border malpractice by the agent if you let Maxx Crosby go to a new team that is willing to give up that kind of compensation without a new contract on the way.
I'm going to bet he doesn't ask for it. I'm going to bet he goes. The guys you mentioned that passed him up, it's not like they're chopped liver. I mean, they're all going to the Hall of Fame. So it's like it's okay. And Micah Parsons.
What do you want to bet on? What do you want to bet on? What do you want to bet on him getting a contract within a week after he lands with a new team? What do you want to bet?
Okay, let's bet on
one of the steak dinners you never gave me.
Yeah, probably. Let's do that.
You want a case of deodorant?
How about if I win, you got to wear my Chris Simms unbuttoned sweatshirt one day during.
No.
Well, okay.
No.
Okay, fine. Hey, I tried to throw something out there.
No.
All right.
No, I saw those things. They're ugly.
Oh, okay, good. It can't be uglier than that shirt you're wearing right now. I mean, okay.
I'm giving you a hard time. Let's take a break. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.